I was doing D&D, a lot of D&D work before Magic, and that's Wizards of the Coast property. And I happened to go out there on another freelance gig doing work for Eberron. I met the art director at the time for Magic, and I was still intimidated by Magic. I mean, all my favorite artists were working on Magic, and I was positive I wasn't good enough to be one of those artists just yet. But he happened to give me some work maybe about, I don't know, it was like 3 years later after that. You know, I'd done a lot more D&D work and established myself, and so I got tossed a bone before I was able to submit. Like, I'm too intimidated, I'm not good enough, and they still gave me a chance. And luckily I did a pretty good job on the first couple cards, so I kept getting work from there. My name's Steve Prescott. My occupation is technically freelance illustrator, although I can refine that and say that it's freelance gaming illustrator, fantasy gaming specific, so that's currently my job. I use digital in little bits and parts of my process, but predominantly it's acrylic paint I work in. So I'll do my pencil sketch and I'll tinker around with it digitally. I like adjust some proportions and things like that, and I print out the sketch, then I paint on top of it. After that, it's very minimally digitally. Like every once in a while, if I'm sending in a digital file, I'll adjust the contrast or something like that, but I'd say 99.5% is all acrylic, you know, traditional paints. I get inspiration from a lot of things. Sometimes just the description of the card is inspiration enough. Sometimes the set will have like a decent amount of inspiration, like Theros or Innistrad. Just the details that I like about that, kind of, you know, the Greek mythology, or for Innistrad, like the Gothic horror from the 1800s or 1700s. That kind of stuff will have just enough detail that I'll just take little pieces that I like out of that and implement it into my artwork. So I think Magic gives a lot of creative freedom, you know, enough creative freedom, like I was just so eloquently talking, to do my own interpretation or my own stylization of this stuff. Like, I think they hire me for the cards or whatever because they want my version of the cards. They don't want me to just be a complete tool and do it. And certainly Magic is so popular that it's opened up a whole nother world. You know, I can travel internationally for it. I can travel from city to city for it. Like, it's so ingrained in like a culture now that I'm predominantly a Magic artist probably at the moment. And in that respect, like I never know what I'm gonna get. It's a good spectrum of weird things that I can paint. It keeps it fresh. It's fun.